A precocious 4-year-old, Bryson loved the comic book hero Iron Man.
He would run around the house going pew, pew at everybody, and he would put on his mask.
Bryson Mies Hernandez was spending the night at his grandparents' house in January when Crystal Mies got a late-night phone call. An officer met her at the hospital.
Ma'am, your son's been shot. I didn't believe him. I didn't. He was in a safe spot. He was at his grandparents'. How did he get shot?
Bryson had found a loaded handgun under his grandparents' bed and fatally shot himself in the head. An accidental shooting involving a child, part of new data which suggests these types of deaths are significantly undercounted. An AP USA Today network investigation found that in 2014 there were 113 unintentional shooting deaths involving children. The official figure from the CDC was 74, the only year with comparable figures.
911.
Yes, ma'am. There's a little boy that was shot another little boy up at the Livingston Motel.
Okay.
4-year-old Cameron Price died last year when his 6-year-old brother found a pistol in a $30 a night hotel where adults had been using drugs. Cameron was there with his brother and family. The boy told police he pushed what he called the bad button. He understood his brother wasn't coming home.
I don't wish that on anybody, but it's continuing. And I mean, we have small kids that are losing their life. We have teenagers that are losing their life. He was just an angel that was on borrowed time.
The AP and USA Today found 326 deaths over 2.5 years of data that revealed startling patterns. Deaths and injuries increase for children under 5. They increase again at ages 15 to 17. Shootings are more likely to occur during the weekends or around holidays such as Christmas.
Never put the finger on the trigger until you're actually ready to shoot.
Research by the federal government has been curtailed after a National Rifle Association-supported law enacted 20 years ago cut the CDC's funding for research into gun violence. The NRA, in a statement, says about the law that it's not opposed to such research, but opposes advocacy disguised as research. The NRA says safety has been at the core of the NRA mission since its inception. Mark Rosenberg led the CDC's research into gun violence in the 1990s. He says research into unintentional firearm shootings can save lives.
You can do both. You can prevent gun violence without taking everyone's guns away.
He got these for Christmas, and he never actually got to play with them.
Bryson's death has prompted Crystal Mies to seek tougher penalties in Texas against adults who allow children access to loaded firearms.
The only way to protect this from happening is to pick your guns up, put them up top, do not store them loaded.
Lessons which have been learned through tragedies, not government research. Peter Banda, Associated Press, Houston.